Small girl, we school time. We be sans be my ben or be worry now. So me put be my or TikTok, be man home fe, be more 6 packs, mothers.
This my wife right here. I love her. Don't get mad at me. I got somebody in my bed. It's my wife. Don't get mad at me because you sleeping by yourself. Don't get mad at me because nobody calling you. You ain't getting no texts. All you got is a bunch of calls you sent out. Ain't nobody calling you. So don't get mad at me over here. I'm happy over here. Don't worry about what you say. Because no matter what you say, we still got love. We love each other. We gonna love each other regardless. 10 years strong. 3 kids.
A few moments later.
All women cheat. You just can't catch them. Ask to see her phone. She ain't gonna give it to you. You know how many men in her inbox? You know how many men that she texting? She texting your cousin, maybe your dad or your uncle. These women don't care. Long as they get a check, they'll open them legs up.
When a woman hits the wall, she will undoubtedly settle for the mindset of accepting a man and a long-term relationship with a man that she wouldn't have even considered for a short-term relationship before. The same man that she would have dissed before, the same man that she wouldn't have given the time of day before. When she starts to hear the loud ticking of that biological clock, she will embrace that very man. Maybe not give him what he deserves, and maybe not even treat him like a man should want to be treated. But she will be with that man and present herself to the world as that man's wife. See, what we have to understand is we will all be used. But fair exchange is not robbery. So being used is not an issue. Being misused is the issue. And what does that mean? Just being used in a foul way where you get no reciprocation. You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA. Let's take a look at this video, man, and develop your own ideas about it. And then we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Small girl, we school time. We be sans be my ben or be worry now. So me put be my or TikTok, be man home fe, be more 6 packs, mothers. Mom, I bounce me man one who have in the fundaka wako fa awale. Sanity man, we need to dear mamma papa. Maybe man any. I go one time. Hey, I think I want to man to be about to a fanasa more.
Now, what you see here is a prime example of what I always say. You never want to accept the woman who wouldn't accept you before. If she wouldn't accept you in her prime, what are you going to do with her now that she's outside of her prime? Because contrary to popular belief, we don't have the same elevation into our prime that women have. Their prime is based on their youthful exuberance, their youthful appearance, and the low mileage on their bodies. It's based on our ability to build a kingdom, to build wealth, to build ourselves into a confident version of ourselves and a man who can provide himself a great lifestyle. And there in turn, invite a woman into that lifestyle where she's in a situation where she understands that you pay the cost to be the boss. But in this scenario, here's a guy who doesn't want to be the boss. He wants to pay the cost to have the woman. And if you're willing to be what a woman settles for once she's beyond her prime, just understand that the basic requirements of servitude would not be given to you by that woman. And in that case, why even have the woman? And I know some beta male say, man, Johnny gonna come in here and say, well, Dr. BOA, women have more value than just sex, Dr. BOA. That woman probably could give him a whole bunch of things. See, you think with your little head, not with your big head, Dr. BOA. You're around here telling all these men all the time how godly you are, how close to God you are. See to me, all you think about is trying to lay up on somebody's woman, man. Let me tell you something, Dr. BOA. You a simp. Don't you ever mention Pimp again. I'll call, unsubscribe. Okay, cool. Unsubscribe, sucker. But before you go, let me tell you this. If you already paid And we know that he's paid because there's absolutely no other reason a woman would be with a man to whom she's not attracted if he's not paid, if he can't afford her lifestyle. Not only being in position to be able to afford her that lifestyle, but he has to have already shown and proven that he's willing to provide that lifestyle for her. Hence, buying this expensive ring, paying for this expensive wedding, doing whatever he has to do. And let's be realistic, man. We know that this guy believes that this woman is out of his league just by the way she treats him. Even if I was that guy, if you see me with a woman and I put a ring on her finger and we about to say I do, trust me, she's already been through the sexual paces. Everything that I put on the table has already been done. So her interaction with me is not even that, because I've got her mind, her body, and her spirit in another world. So we're there, but her mind, body, and spirit aren't there. And so she's going to interact with me like I'm the flyest dude on the planet. If not, we're not going to be in that situation. But you can tell by the interaction. You can tell by what's going on. And let's be realistic. Here's a guy who hasn't taken any opportunity in his life to think about making himself the best version of himself. Obviously, he's been chasing the money or came into an inheritance or something. Obviously, he's got hold to some money. But when it comes to making sure, man, that he's taking care of his health, making sure that he's taking care of his spirituality, because if you're spiritually astute, then a woman cannot pull this wool over on your eyes like this. You see, if she doesn't give you femininity as, just a prerequisite to being in your life, whatever masculinity you had left, or whatever little bit you had left, will be drained. And that's why these guys end up making IG videos where they're crying and blubbering and begging a woman to come back and treat them badly again, because they put themselves in a situation where the woman did not give them femininity. I don't care what else a woman has. The one thing that I require for her to give me is absolute feminine energy. I will not take any masculine energy from a woman, which means I will not take any woman who thinks she's going to compete with me. I will not take any woman who thinks she's going to argue with me. I will not take any woman who thinks that she's going to sway my mind from doing what I've already said that it's going to be done. I'm just not going to deal with that. I don't want a partner. I don't need a partner. I've come all this way in life without a partner. How's it going to benefit me to have a partner at this point? I'm not getting a partner. She's getting a come up. Never accept a woman who didn't want you when she was young and vibrant after she hits the wall, because wall bangers are never worth it. And I mean that, brothers. You can say what you want to say, and you can believe all these fairy tales that you want to believe, that it takes a woman time. She's got to live a little bit. She's got to be with some men. She's got to learn how to treat a man. If a woman's been with 15 men and none of them are like me, she still doesn't know how to treat me. She still doesn't know how to interact with me. It's like if a woman has 15 jobs, but none of those jobs is in any type of information field. How you going to put her as the CEO of an information or tech company when she has no experience, although she's had 15 jobs? So her experience with other men is not a bonus. It's not something that's positive. It's something that's negative, because she has in her mind all of these things she's learned or thinks she's learned while dealing with these other men. And then she comes to me and brings all these things to me, and none of them are what I want. None of them are what I perceive as valuable. None of them are what I would view as something that's going to bring positive energy or femininity into a situation with me. What you see is a woman who is putting on a show because her and her wallbanger friends hear that biological clock ticking. And she just wants to be the one to say, I'm not the one who's not married. Because let's be realistic. If you're an alpha king, there's no woman who's out of your league. But if you're just the average guy, and you've been raised in a society that teaches you that women are above you, and you've embraced that, there is absolutely a woman who you know is out of your league. This guy understands this woman is out of his league. He's just happy to have her. It doesn't matter where their past is, doesn't matter where their age is, doesn't matter how many children she has by other men, doesn't matter at all. He's just happy to have a woman that he believes is out of his league. If you're a rich man, there is no woman out of your league, because you provide yourself a lifestyle that's a come up for any woman. It's a mindset thing. You have to stop embracing the idea that you don't deserve the woman you have. Any man who embraces the idea that he doesn't deserve the woman he has is a man who doesn't deserve any woman because he needs to work on himself. You cannot accept that you are not a woman's choice. You are just the best thing she has. The best chance she has at getting that coveted ending that all of them want. Yeah, you got the Oprah Winfrey's of the world who've made so much money that they don't have to worry about it. They can still stay busy and keep working and have people around them. You can't think of many more. And who knows? Maybe Oprah's husband is Gayle King. Who knows? I do know this, that the overwhelming majority of women on this planet, deep down inside, no matter how much foolishness, no matter how much masculine energy they put on top of it, no matter how much fight for my rights they put on top of it, deep down inside, at the end, when that biological clock starts ticking, you know what they want? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. They all want the wedding song and the wedding bells and the wedding ring. They all want it. The problem is, they don't want it when they have value to us. They want it when they understand the value that they used to have would not get them anything close to what they wanted. And that's why I say, if she's not young and fly, thinking she's going to be with me is a lie. It ain't going to happen. I'm not the type of guy to deal with you, and you're not the type of girl who deserves to deal with me. Never let a woman make you her option, because you will never be her choice. And if you're not her choice, why give her access to the kingdom that you've built? Why give her access to the honorable man that you are? Why give her access to the righteous man that you are? Why invite her evil energy into your positive world, into your godly existence? It makes no sense. It's better to have a woman who's not very attractive, who loves your dirty drawers, than it is to have a woman who's absolutely gorgeous, who doesn't even like you, finds you unattractive, just wants to come around and capitalize on what being in your presence brings to her life. So you have to ask yourself as a man, is it worth taking that type of energy into your life just so you can have the woman that you always dreamt of, even though the woman doesn't want you? Never, and I do mean ever, be the simp that she settles for at the end when she doesn't even deserve a man anymore. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.